What's up, Fish 2? Bearded Bob back again. It's been a while. So I was just doing my workout over here I got the gym down in the basement here. But I haven't done a video in a while because I've basically been just letting all of these tanks just kind of run on autopilot. I change the water, a couple times a month. Sometimes, like this tank, I've been changing a lot more just because there's a lot more fish in there and stuff. But all these tanks were starting to look like, do you see these ones here? Oh, you can almost see me. Oh no. Oh no. Can you see me? Anyway, so they're starting to look like this here. You see how it's just getting taken. Look at this one here. That's a big pile of duckweed. This one, oh yeah. But some of these, I just started cleaning them out again. These ones are on auto water change where they automatically overflow out the back when I add water. These ones, these two and this 5-gallon here, they don't do that. So I have to manually change the water. But we do have pretty much the exact same fish as where I left off. We did get a couple extra ones for the kids' tanks. Like you can see this Emperor Tetra back here. We had gotten like 6 of them from Petco, and all but one died, and they were really small. They were little tiny guys. And he has taken it upon himself to pretty much clean out this entire tank of yellow golden backs. So it is what it is. I didn't really want these. I thought when I was buying them they were green because they look kind of green in the picture. So we ended up, I don't really, it's not a loss for me. I have like 3 or 4 other tanks of yellows at this point. In this tank there's basically nothing. I think everything is done. You can see my workout shorts. I was right in the middle of my workout and I was like, you know what? I might as well throw on another video here because I haven't done one in months. So a little update. So we'll just kind of go around the fish room and I'll show you. So just today I started cleaning these tanks out. So I pulled all of the duckweed and all of the hornwort out of these tanks because it was literally just taking over. And I haven't scooped all the duckweed yet, but you can see, after a few months of neglect and not actually like cleaning the tank out or keeping up on pulling the duckweed, this is what happens. I mean, it's insane. Now here's my finger here. That's a big pile of duckweed. And that goes the same for pretty much every tank in here. This one, I did a very good job when I set it up and I didn't get any duckweed in here, so this one has not had a problem. This one I do have a problem with this string algae. You can see it growing out of the filter back there or whatever, and it gets on these plants that have overgrown themselves. They're basically shading out all the stuff down here. So these plants got to get cut back, maybe replanted. I might just pull them out. This is Rotala. No, I don't know, whatever it is. This is Rotala Hydra in the back there in that corner. And then water wisteria, and then, geez, what is this stuff called? You guys know. It's red something or other. Can't remember. We do have some other ones here, some crypt lucens, some HR cardinalis, Anubias nanopetit right there. I think there's a couple of those pieces floating around in here. And then these are more crypt lucens or whatever. So I wanted to show you guys because this tank here, I had thrown the babies out of one of the tanks. And you can see this one I cleaned out not too long ago too. I scooped as much of the duckweed as I could without scooping all the babies of the fish here. But let's see if we can get, geez, I wonder if it'll adjust color. Anyways, let me see. Can I adjust the color temp? I can a little bit. You can see these guys here. It just recorrected itself. Sorry, this is a new phone, so it's the first time that I've used it to film a video. But these guys are just beautiful. I wish the light worked. Let me see if I can turn on the flash or something. No, I can't. Anyways, so this one also has, see, these are Platinum Dragon Dumbo Mosaics, and then it has a dozen or so Pygmy Cories in the back. And they've been breeding a little bit here and there. Not very many. Like, I think I've seen 3 new ones out of this tank, and it's probably been, oh boy, it's probably been a year or so that they've been in this tank. And all I do basically is feed them. I feed high quality foods. I got all kinds of stuff going. I'm running low on pretty much all of my foods now. As you can see, these ones are empty. We have, some tubifex worms, some bug bites, all the stuff. And then I feed them pretty much every day with frozen baby brine shrimp. And they just do great. These guys are awesome in here. These tanks here are getting torn down. These tanks have overflowed numerous times and flooded my basement, and my wife is not happy. So because in the back there I have the automatic overflow, and here I've got a pump down in this big tank down here that pumps the water back up. Everything overflows down through that tube, gets back down here, goes through a big Matten filter, and then goes back up to the other tanks. This one you can see, look at all this hair algae that's taken over this tank. Jeez, oh man. Yep, so this was the Peppermint Twist, the K-Class endlers. Yeah, these ones, I mean, they're pretty prolific. As you can see, there's no females in here. I was getting way too many. And there, you can see all the males in here. None of them are the same. So the line was not very established, and I didn't do much to help cull the line. So I pulled the females out and a couple of the best looking males, and I moved them to another tank. And then this one, it's just these blue, what the heck, shrimp in here. So, and then again, with the hair algae taking over this tank too. Look at that, crazy. Down here, we've got a big breeding tank of Plecos. These are bristlenose. There's one right on the glass there. So I get, geez, a lot out of this tank. I've been selling them locally, selling some online and whatever too. So I'll be doing some more of that. This one is just getting taken over by, as you can see, there's a ton of duckweed in this one too. Let's see, we can go in here. Yeah, it's just thick. We got the helper kitty. There's a couple of neon tetras in here that have just been living their best life that I've had for years now. I'm surprised they're still alive in here. Let's see, yeah, but so there was a breeding male and female in here for a long time. The female stayed alive, the male passed. So then I was waiting for any of these males to get large enough to breed with, and we're finally there again. We started having some more babies just recently. So you can see here's the little baby right there. Just, you know, maybe a month old or something. So we're starting to get some more breeding activity in here, which is a good thing. Excuse me. It's not the C word, I swear. Down in this one, holy cow, I haven't even squatted down to take a look in this tank in months. I have pulled this mass of hair algae out of here so many times, it's not even funny. Look how big that is. It just takes over this tank ladder for getting up on the tank, and, you know, for the kitty to block my shots. Come on, get out of here. But these are endlers. These are, oh boy, somebody help me out here. You know what I have in this tank. These are the same ones that I've had for a couple years now. Blue Star endlers, there you go. And they're living their best life in here. They get high quality foods. They get automatic water changes pretty much every other week. So these guys are doing really good. Yeah, this hair algae is definitely an eyesore, but you know, like I said, I put everything on easy mode and I just kind of walked away. This tank got moved to this little spot here on the stand so that I can make room for this stand. And as you can see, it's just done that. That's all it's done. It's just sitting there. The plan was to eventually move it down there, but never got there. Not yet anyways. So yeah, these guys, this is just like the catch-all tank for, there's some endlers in here too, and some of the blue stars. So you can see there's one Japanese blue kind of hybrid there now. This is just, I mean, some of these guys are just amazing looking, but they're just fancy guppies, you know. All the catch-alls from all these. This was Nebula Steel guppies. This was the original tank of them. So there's still like a little breeding colony in there. I need to pull some out again here and sell, but this is the new tank for them. This tank was also just overrun with hair algae, overrun with duckweed. As you can see, there's still a ton in there. A lot of work to maintain a fish room if you don't really have the time, and I just haven't had the time in months here now. But I figured since I was working out, I had a little break, I would get behind the camera and show you guys what it looks like when you let your fish room just go. Look at the piles and piles of snails in here. Look at that, that's crazy. All of these crypts were, I mean, this whole area was covered. It all got shaded out by this duckweed and they all kind of just died back. So now cleared out, they will start to repopulate again. The water in here is pretty murky because I was moving stuff around trying to get all the gunk out. I changed the filters inside. I rinsed them out actually, I should say, because I have just whatever sponge filters. And then these sponge filters that are on here get clogged up after a couple of days. And if you don't take care of them, then you know you're not gonna have any water flow going in here and this tank gets mucky. So that's just that. So these are Nebula Steels here, breeding colony in this tank. These guys are awesome. I don't know if this camera automatically cuts off at 10 minutes, so might have to have a part 2 here. we'll see in about 5 seconds. So if it cuts off, I'll be back on another video. Hey, look at that, it doesn't cut off. We're all in luck. So this is another catch-all tank. I was picking select fish, select guppies, and putting them in here. Some of them came from some of my son's stock, and I liked the way they looked. So like, look at these guys, they are just amazing. I hope that quality comes through on the video there. But these guys are just amazing. Look at those guppies. So some of those, like this one here, the more white one, or yellow, it's not really what I'm going for, so I'll probably pull those ones out. There's some females in there. This is females from Purple Mosaic Dumbo. It's an all-female tank. All the males died, but these ones are very good, so I'm gonna select the best Platinum Dumbo Mosaic that I have, and I'm gonna put him in here with these guys, and we'll see what happens. This was my half yellow orange lace project or whatever, and like I said, I was just kind of trying to get some new lines going, trying to get myself back into wanting to film again and stuff. So I started just adding different fish to different tanks and just seeing where they went. So this is another one of those. This is, you can see, you know, half yellow, orange, lace, whatever. And then in here is, I think, Bloody Mary shrimp. Yeah, Bloody Mary. So Bloody Marys are in this tank. This one has those, and it's got this orange Neo Project 2.0 ones that I'm making. This one is Fire Reds. Like I said, been on autopilot. This one used to have golden bag yellows, but this guy's taking care of him. He's a pretty fat guy. He's enjoying his best life. He's gonna move into my son's tank here pretty soon. These two tanks down here got really overpopulated with duckweed, shaded everything out. I scooped some, but this has just a small colony of some of the baby black bristlenose Plecos, and in this one you can see all of the albino ones down there. So I've been moving all the albinos into one tank, and then this has some extra guppies that my son was breeding here. So these guys are starting to look really cool too. You can see those guys there. And then, sorry, everything is dirty down here. We have one of my son's tanks. This is just this is his fire boys, he calls them. Ones that he's breeding. These ones come out really, really awesome. Also has some Plecos. He's got some orange shrimp in here, and then he's got one betta that he just loves. This guy is awesome. This whole tank used to be just full of algae, and he would, like string algae, and he would swim down and he would just stick himself into the hair algae and just sit there. Oh, so we'd be watching him. He'd just be sitting around doing nothing. Kind of fun to watch. But he's having a fun time in there. He's getting along with all these guys. He hasn't eaten any of the shrimp that I've seen anyways, or any of the babies out of here, so doing really good there. This is part of that K-Class Peppermint Twist Endlers. Said I pulled out the best males and all the females and put them in this tank. Not really a whole lot going on there, just trying to get another colony of them going. This was a secondary colony of mutt guppies, and I don't know what happened, but all of the adults died, and now all I have in here is babies. So luckily there's still some in there. I did a huge water change on here, thinking maybe there's something in the water or something built up, but we got a bunch of babies in here, so we're just going to see where they're going to go. This has got some really cool moss in there still too. Most of my moss got just covered with the hair algae, so I got rid of 90% of it out of the fish room, which is pretty sad, but hopefully this will grow back and we can get another big mat of it going. This is one of my daughter's tank. Actually, this is my daughter's tank. She only has the one, and this one, she just has the fish that she really likes. As you can see, she plays in it all the time, so there's just stuff stuck to the glass, but she loves this thing. She's got these cool guys that she put in there, and some plants, put some live plants. She's got shrimp, some of those guys, some guppies, a whole bunch of Plecos. And this is my son's other tank. I just cleaned the filter, that's why it's blowing everything around like crazy. This tank is doing awesome for him. He's got some of the Platinum Dumbo Mosaics that came out of the other tank, and he started breeding. Look at this female here. This is one of the Purple Dumbo Mosaics, and she is just amazing. Look how big she is. And then he's got some of the other ones that he likes here, these Platinum, or these Dumbo Mosaic. I'm not really sure what kind they are, dragon. But look how awesome that guy is. Holy cow. He's also got Some cories in here. These guys are big and fat. They're loving it. A whole bunch of shrimp, whole bunch of different kinds and colors and stuff. You can see all the red ones around there. Look how good those are doing. And then some Plecos in here too, because you know we have a whole tank of Plecos, so might as well put them in all the tanks. And then this tank here, the lights are off because again it was getting, look how full this is of just hornwort and stuff. Isn't that crazy? There's some hair algae growing into it or whatever. These guys weren't doing very well. That's why I never ended up moving them. I treated them for parasites. I treated them with a bunch of other stuff, some erythromycin, some general cure. I tried to throw some wormer at them, trying to get rid of any of the parasites that they would have had, but it just nothing ever worked, and they never really did well. They're starting to bounce back now, so hopefully whatever was in here is finally cured, and this tank will start producing some mud guppies too. But so, like I said, just a general overview of the fish room. This is what it looks like when you don't do anything for literally almost a year. I mean, this is an hour's worth of work or whatever, getting it back into a shape where you can actually see into the tanks. These ones here, these are next on the list. These will be coming up shortly, next couple of days or whatever, while I'm lifting and stuff. So again, thanks for checking out the video. I appreciate having you with me, and hopefully we see you on the next one. Peace.